Just any opening thoughts about the game? I know obviously the first half probably not the way you guys were expecting it to go, but then second half kind of started playing your way. But then it was a little scary down the stretch.
Well, first half, I mean, that was probably the worst we've ever played offensively. So, I mean, we were still down, like 8? It was like 38-30. I mean, we played the worst game ever. So we were like, okay, we got this.
Yeah, we at halftime we're like, it's a new half. We got the good side of the floor. We're like, we're gonna start hitting the shots now. It's our game now. But just overall, I just feel like I'm really proud of my team for resiliency and coming back and being tough all the way around.
Yeah, and Tre'Zure, you scored the first 8 points of the third quarter. Was that something you had taken upon yourself? Like, you need to take the team on your back, or can you talk about that?
Like we were saying first half, I mean, we just had to get the momentum going. So, I mean, once you see one basket falls, I mean, it just continues to go, and then everyone starts getting involved. And I mean,
And Daley, I feel like, I don't know if it's been the games that have come, but throughout the year it feels like taking more of a scoring role. Has that been something that's been purposeful that you've been trying to do, or that you guys have planned out, or has it just been the shots falling a little bit more often?
I mean, my whole role this whole season has just been do whatever the team needs me to do. So, in tough games, I'm going to try to score when no one else is hitting shots. You know, I'm going to try to get all those rebounds, but I'm just taking what the defense gives me, doing what the team needs. So yeah, recently it's I'm just making the shots that my teammates are passing me the ball for. So.
You're obviously an undersized post player in this league, going up against Kelsey Johnson, but had 16 boards tonight. Just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we knew we had to, as a whole team, come together and get all these boards. They killed us on the boards the last, I think, two times we played them. So we knew that coming in, that was our main focus. So with Kelsey, she's a great player. I just knew I just had to box her out every time. You know, there's not a time I can take off. So.
hard over height, that's what I say.
And during one of the timeouts, I heard Coach say to you guys, it doesn't have to be a 3. I think you responded by hitting maybe 3 straight threes. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I mean, sometimes we just gotta let them know, like, hey, sometimes a 3 is the best shot for us. But I mean, when he said that, he's saying like we don't have to just immediately I'm just gonna get a 3 this game. This play, he's just saying like, if you got the lane, go. Just take what the defense gives you. Don't force it. Like, it's easy. Like, basketball's easy. You just gotta take it.
What kind of momentum would you say this one gives you moving forward? It seemed like morale was pretty high after the game, but going into Saturday's matchup against the number 1 seed, what's the mindset going into that?
I mean, we just got to shore up on some things what we did today. Sometimes we took plays off, but we just know from here on out we can't take plays off. We got to continue to build, put a complete 40-minute game together.
It's a huge momentum builder, you know, where we knew this was going to be a tough game. So after we kind of got through this first wave of tournament play, yeah, we're like, all right, so now we can prove to the whole, rest of the conference that we can do this. We have what it takes, and now we just got to do it.
So what do you think is the key to focus on before Saturday is for Hornet State to knock them off?
Play our game, play defense, minimize them to one shot opportunities. We got to continue to get rebounds, box out, and just, like I said, play our game.
Yeah, rebounds is always a big thing for our team. Just the whole team has to box out, rebound, and then, yeah, just take what the defense gives us.
Well, Toby, just a little opening statement on that thing.
I think you saw probably a classic MIAA tournament 4-5 game. Honestly, I think you had 2 teams that were playing to try to keep their postseasons alive, not only in the tournament, but also for an outside shot. Getting in the NCAA tournament, you had both teams that earlier today were 7 and 8 in the region rankings that came out, and both teams know that somebody had to win this game and hopefully try to go win probably another game too. And I think I knew they were going to play hard. I knew our team was going to play hard. And so you just had that element to start the game with. For us to start the game, I thought defensively we were doing a fine job, and I thought offensively too we were doing a good job. We just didn't make any shots. I thought we had some great looks. And the ball just didn't go in the basket, and sometimes that affects you on the defensive end, and it definitely affected us as it just made us a little lethargic on the defensive side at times because we just didn't have any adrenaline because we were just kind of down ourselves for not making offensive, not making offensive plays. And then I think probably one of the biggest keys in the game for us was a little mini run right at the end of the second quarter to try to cut back into it. Once we were able to do that, we got into halftime. We were able to make an adjustment defensively. That I don't know that we slowed them down a whole lot, but it helped us definitely in the second half. And then offensively, the ball just went in the basket for us, and that just fueled us and gave us some adrenaline. And fortunately, our players made enough plays down the stretch to be able to come out here with the win.
You led me right into my first question, which was how big was it to cut to single digits before the end of the first half and get maybe a little bit of momentum going into halftime where it felt like you were still in the game?
Yeah, no, it was huge. I think it was huge. I think that was really key, that little mini run. I mean, Tre'Zure got a 3 in there, I think, which was big for us. And then, we were able to just kind of get another basket and cut it to 6. I mean, they get the basket right there at the end of the half, but we still kind of chipped away enough at it at that point to be able to get it to single digits. And then to start the second half, I think Elena being able to hit a 3 early in the third quarter was big for her to see the ball go in the basket. And then, we were able to, like I said, make a little adjustment on the defensive side, which helped us. We got a few steals. We didn't let them score easily right away. We were able to convert those into points, and our players did a good job of attacking and being aggressive. And then I think our players, just their mindset to be able to go and attack and get offensive rebounds, played a big key role to us as well. I mean, last time they out-rebounded us 19-9 on the offensive glass. This time it was 17-12 for us. 18-11 second chance points, and we haven't done that a whole lot this year to people, so I was glad to see our players do that.
You had 4 players in double figures and then Lane with 9. And Laura played some really solid minutes for you defensively, especially.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was really a whole team effort tonight.
Yeah, no, without a doubt it was. I mean, I thought our players, we needed everybody. Just kind of matchups and how things go out. I mean, we knew we were going to have to utilize Laura tonight with her size to try to get us some time in there and just kind of try to keep Johnson off balance a little bit the best that we could. And she can do that at times, and she did that for us. And then Daley is just kind of a different matchup for Johnson. She's a 5-man that can play on the perimeter, and it's hard for him to guard. And we've been able to do that over the years a little bit when she's out there, is play a 5-man that's kind of a little bit more skilled and can spread the floor a little bit. And it's been helpful for us on the offensive end, and definitely was again here tonight.
Tre'Zure called the first half maybe your guys' worst half of the year offensively. What'd you say to them at halftime?
I just kind of told them, you got look, offensively, we weren't doing bad things. We just weren't making shots. I mean, we were getting good looks. I just kept trying to tell them in the timeouts and in halftime, like, hey, it's a game of percentages. Like, that's how the game goes. Basketball goes. I mean, sometimes in the first half it doesn't go your way, and then you just start making baskets and making baskets. You guys just got to keep shooting the ball. If you're open, you're in range, you're on balance, you got to shoot it. Don't turn down open shots. Like, the ball's going to start going in the basket for us, and just trying to make them realize they got to keep playing, they got to keep shooting because the tide turn.
You got Emporia State coming up on Saturday. Obviously, tough matchup. What's going to be the key to focus on in the next few days?
Just to put a good scout in. I mean, obviously, we're one of the only 2 teams to beat those guys, and we beat them out at their place, earlier in the year. So there'll be some motivation for them to, want to try to get a little bit of revenge on us. But at the same time, our players are confident knowing we can go in there and win. And we'll try to do our best to put a good plan together and be ready for them. And we know they're a tough matchup for us. They're a tough matchup for everybody. But hey, it's the MIAA. I mean, it's the best Division II conference in the country, and when you get to the Final Four of the conference tournament, you're playing good teams, and they're a good team, and it's a good challenge, but we're looking forward to it.
A little bit of a lighter note, I heard during one time out you told the team, hey, it doesn't have to be a 3, and then I think Tre'Zure hit a 3, and then Elena hit 2 in a row. Was it just made you happy to see those shots finally starting to fall, even though you're trying to emphasize that it didn't have to be all?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you're trying to tell them that all the time. Like, you can still drive an attack, especially when you have a mismatch or a chance, but we definitely tell them all the time. I mean, if you're a confident player, like, you never turn down that opportunity. It doesn't matter if the coach tells you, hey, don't shoot a 3 or not. If you believe in yourself and you're open, you're in range, you're on balance, you're going to let it fly. And Tre'Zure and Elena are two confident players like that. And I was glad to see them do it.
You guys came into the tournament as the 4 seed. Do you think that your team is better than the 4th team in the conference?
Being the 4 seed. I mean, I think in this league so far this year. I mean, honestly, between Fort Hays and Central Missouri and Nebraska Kearney and us and even Central Oklahoma and Pitt State. I mean, those top 6 teams in there. Even Washburn had some some great games in there too. I mean, the top 7 in this league is just very, very tough right now. I think anybody's capable of beating anybody on any given night, honestly, when it comes down to it. And I don't know that our players are any more motivated or less motivated, other than the fact that they just want to keep playing. And I think that's the thing that we got to keep in mind, that we're just trying to keep playing. We want to keep playing into March. We know we have one more chance, on Saturday for sure, and we're going to give it our best.